Let's take off the mask, yeah?
Did I just hear?
Yeah.
Did I just hear
Look,
All right.
I should move closer. To her. To the mic? Okay. So, yeah.
Studio. All right. People, ladies and gentlemen of the world, Lagos, Nigeria, wherever you are listening to us from, it is the Grapevine, and I'm so excited because music is just a taste of what you're gonna hear and what we're gonna be talking about. And of course, the Oscars. Hello, I'm Shakla Martins, and this is Smooth Breakfast. And for the next half hour, I've got the Grapevine crew in. Chef Jeff 3000. You can find him on social media at that name. How you doing?
I am here against my will.
He's currently smelling a velvety rose, people.
I
I
am
just
here
had to put
against
that
my
out
will.
there, okay? Because of some hand cream. And we have got Araba 100.
Yeah, that's how I keep it. Good morning, guys.
How you doing? Listen, I see. I was really excited because I knew, like, when we're going to be talking about the stories today, that it was it was good to have both of you here.
Yeah.
It's all about the
Glad to have
movies,
Chef Jeff.
I am here against my will.
and it's all about the Oscars. And joining, oh, okay, that's a new look. I love it.
Yeah.
Joining us is the voice behind that absolutely amazing track. Today is joining us. Good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm feeling good today.
It's great to have you on the
Yeah.
show today. So we're going to be asking you a bunch of questions, and we're going to be bringing you into the fold because you know we've got to talk about all that has been happening in the world of
For sure.
entertainment.
For sure.
So, but before we start that though, let's take a look at your album, right? Because we've all been listening to Bliss,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm opening up the floor. All right, gents, have your say. So, I'm actually going to throw this to Chef Jeff first because you're all about the music. Yeah.
Okay, so we were sent Sora, which I'd like to know what the meaning is because I see that it's a song title that we've seen before. Good Girl LA had a song title like that as well. I don't know what the translation is. Um, so when I first heard it, I was like, okay, I was using the speakers of my phone, but you know when sometimes your headphones give you a better chance to hear a
For
bit
sure.
more.
Mm-hmm.
So I put those on and I thought, okay, this seems all right. I'm generally not in favor of things. I maybe download apps before I can listen to them. But I did it. It's fine. I will have a question at some point about whether it is actually less than 2 minute song or not. But then for me, I felt that it had a little bit of there just needed to be some extra polish that was to go with the song. And I thought to myself, I don't know if I'll come back to this again, but it would definitely have me interested in who this artist is and maybe what else he has done. And then I was like, okay, my baby came up, and I was like, okay, we are talking about the wrong song here, to be honest. And I was like, you know what? From my baby downwards, I love this guy's music. I have to meet this guy, honestly speaking, because this is just really, I get very yes. There's the R&B side of things that comes through with your music, but there's also elements of British pop, the elements of Coldplay, the guitar, the vocal delivery. So you can tell that there's some of the acting singers, not really about the productions there. So I wouldn't say Sora is my favorite. I wouldn't even call it. I mean, I've heard it once, okay, twice, okay, three times. Not sure I'm going to return to it, but for sure, I'm going to be sticking on My Baby and the other track. But My Baby, to be honest, was like, wow, okay, so I've misjudged this guy Bailey just one song, and thankfully, this is the rest.
So now today, I want to before we get to Arabo's comments, I want to just ask you like, where did Bliss come from? And actually, to jump off of what Chef Jeff said, what made you think of taking Sora as your first as the lead
Because,
artist?
okay, I did Shora because usually,
Mhm.
as cheesy as this might
By
sound,
the way, can I say you have a really deep
Bass,
voice?
that
Like the
bass,
bass is
right?
just
And there he is singing in like kind of under higher
yeah,
range baritone. I'm
I was
like, what's
blessed with
going
that.
on
Thank God
here?
for
oh
that.
my
You know?
days.
Thank
If you want to comment on the music, send your messages in to 0809 That is our WhatsApp platform. Tayo, why are you saying shock my focus? What's happening? I'm here. It's okay. All right. So yeah, now back to what you were saying today.
Yeah. So, the question again, though.
Was just kind of what was influencing your album, and
Yeah.
also why pick the number one song or the lead song, that's all right.
Okay. I created Shora without the purpose of putting it out. Yeah,
Okay.
because it was just like a 1 minute thing. I record like literally every day. Like I had to learn how to record. So like I have a bunch of songs that I just had on my hard drive on my laptop that I just felt like, and it was my birthday on the 21st. I was like, bro, you have to just do something for yourself. Put out all this music, even if it's 1 minute. Let them just feel you for you. You get. And sure, I was from a personal space as well, from a personal place,
Mm.
because sure, Afrobeing in Yoruba it means be aware of women. I apologize. Yeah.
It's a
I shouldn't.
It's a watch. Don't apologize.
Yeah.
Don't apologize.
So then I'm sure you guys have seen the skit where the you feel me that niggas that brothers can relate to.
Mm. I was just gonna walk quickly past that.
That
All right.
brothers can relate to. I so and it's short. So I feel like it should be the intro to understand that okay, you're about to hear some hard songs on the next 4 songs. So but let them see the soft side of this guy. Yeah, that's what.
His
Oh,
talking
okay.
voice makes no sense.
It
just makes no sense.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
like sometimes you can't concentrate with that kind of voice. Airborne, back to you.
Yeah. Shara, in my own opinion, it's one of the songs that it's great. It's hidden in an album, not necessarily the
Headliner.
single,
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, which is why I like that you used it. I want to ask one question. How would you categorize your music? What genre do you think it falls under?
I'm still finding that hard to decide because honestly, I started doing music in 2018, and it was more like I had a life-changing experience that made me start doing music.
Okay.
I initially used to tell myself, "You love
Okay.
music, don't try it." But when I started doing it, it was more like, you have a new way to express yourself that God has given you, because it's usually like that for me. It started with drawing, and there was a time in my life I was doing drama in high school. So like I'm just that guy.
The artistic.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sure, I was more like, okay, like just go for it, and just you get. So it was more like a personal like. It's therapeutic for me. Basically, yeah, it's therapeutic for me. Music is therapeutic. If I don't blow, don't worry. I'm doing music for the rest of my life. I'm recording for the rest of my
You're
life.
not doing it for the business of it.
I would like to do that eventually.
Eventually.
That's gonna happen.
You know what? Because let's face it, if you're gonna have a lifetime of this, right? Sooner or later, you are gonna have to think about the business of it
Yeah.
because there are far too many creatives
Well, it's
who go into their chosen line of work and they're like, oh, it's for the art, it's for the passion, it's for the beauty, and then they'll just be slapping them around with bills. Yeah, so it's all good.
Did that answer the question?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did. You're still discovering your genre. Which
yeah.
is,
So it's
things
still it's still.
your
But
own.
if I would say a genre that describe my music, I would say maybe Afrofusion, because if you say Afrofusion, is a fusion of different genres that 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 pushes the. You understand? Do you know what I'm saying? Afrofusion. You
I
disagree? I know you would disagree
Because when I'm hearing Coldplay and R&B elements, it's just that okay, some bits are in Yoruba, that is it. Because if Coldplay did a song and they rapper, I'm going to say I'm an Afro rapper. Or you think about anybody else that is doing big, the Afro word just keeps on being thrown there, keeps throwing there, and it's like it's pointless. Just
Okay,
say
but
what your
let's
genre
introduce you,
is.
Okay, can
So
I
why
can
you
I
know what Afro?
the word Afro, because first of all I'm African.
Ah.
Secondly,
Chef Jeff is just not buying that right
yeah,
now.
no. Secondly, like I try, but to be honest, I be body we touch streets.
Okay.
So
No, Coach.
I-
It's really a pop and R&B kind of thing that's going on with
you know,
and it's just simply that there's Yoruba being this, even when we say Afro, they might put forward the Afro kind of thing is this. Not necessarily mean that our sound is the same. What you hear in Morocco, what you hear in South, if you remember, it is an African country. What you hear in Ethiopia, they're all very different sounds. When we now go and say this Afrofusion, we now hear that song. They're like, no, now there's no Nigerian going
That's
on.
the selling point.
You know,
These
so,
using
nah.
certain words. Yeah.
You know
I
what?
don't
I'm
like
gonna
those
take
words.
over this conversation
Take
now,
over.
right?
Because we have some fire
Oh,
topics.
we have topics that we
We
need to
do,
discuss,
we do,
right?
we do.
And
I am here against my will.
Ah.
no, you're not. You know you want it. Oh, that sounds so terrible.
That's
You
nice,
totally
let's go.
missed the pun there several times, but all right.
I know.
Terrible. I know. All right. No, don't worry. I've done many Goodwill ones. but it's okay. We'll just move past
What,
them.
you were goodwill hunting?
No, I was
Sorry,
just
you
loss
walked
of
into that one
goodwill.
there.
No.
But can I say something though? Like I like the fact that because I've been really thinking about like Afro. What should I call the genre? Because I always find it hard when I'm trying to upload and they're like, "What is the genre?" I'm like sitting there for 30 minutes, like I don't understand.
You
Today
know what?
fusion.
That thing actually gets to me because as a creator, you're all about the thing that
Like,
you're
oh,
creating.
yeah, why do I
but
have
then,
to follow like the thing
No,
laid out?
because guess what? At the end of the day, music writing, whatever, art is yes, it's for the creator, but it's
Yeah.
also for the receiver, right?
Yeah.
And they need to know they like boxes.
Hmm.
Yes. Even as me, as a consumer of stuff, I like to know what it is that I like to have something to peg
Yeah.
it to. Right?
Yeah.
So I understand the struggle, but you need
Yeah.
to do it. All right, let's take a look at this. Please. So, everybody, we're like a day late in discussing this because Grapevine's on a Tuesday. But can we take a look at what happened at the Oscars?
Mm.
Where everybody started hating Chris for a second,
But
and Will Smith decided to just lose his mind.
I
What
thought that
was
was a
that?
joke at
I
first.
don't know. Robo was trying to give me the floor first when I
Funny.
could just take over the whole thing. For the rest of the show.
No, so funny
Yes.
enough, today you're absolutely right because when this thing first happened, right? So Chris Rock is there, he's coming up to present, and he's cracking jokes as you do. He's a comedian; it's his job, right? And then he just says something about, oh, first of all, can we just put it out there that the goodwill was there that he said, oh, I want Will Smith to win, right? And then he now wing on. And on that note, we take a break. But seriously, we do need to take a break. We'll be right back. Leave I want to war. I don't know what you're.
That was nice.
You're on the show on the wrong day.
Right. No, I actually want to talk about this still because I was talking about it in the car. Yeah.
Oh,
We're
but
actually talking about this. In
see,
the car.
what I really don't like right now is how everybody is trying to find some way to.
But what do you think happened? You think it was a joke? You think it was?
It
It wasn't a joke because he apologized. I thought it was a joke at first because I saw a slow motion video and Chris was like
I never
this.
bought anything.
You see the thing?
Yeah.
The thing is,
Excuse
at the
me,
beginning,
people. I'm going to turn the volume down.
when the slap
I
Will
have
Smith?
never bought-
when
You
the
remember
slap
how many
happened,
decades
we sort
now?
of had a conversation about Will Smith. I don't know, like,
Okay.
yeah, when we
I have the memory of a goldfish,
talk
but
about
okay.
Denzel and
Oh yeah.
I was
Okay.
like, that dude, I'm not buying anything he's selling.
Will Smith, I mean, I try
All
not to say what I'm
his
gonna say
love
on
and
air.
power and emotion and I mean,
Yes.
just
Can I say
That
something?
speech was horrible. I was like, I was cringing.
like
How many love this and love this and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up right now. The more I kept on hearing love
I
and love
was
and
so
love and love and love, I'm
confused.
like, what
And
the
you
hell
know
are you
what
talking
I
about?
don't like?
Yeah.
What I don't. First of all, his two so far are. His two apologies so far are
BS.
complete.
I don't.
I
you
keep
guys-
looking at the
Bravo
camera.
Can I say
They're
something?
rubbish. They're
Bravo
absolutely
Sierra
rubbish.
is also what you can
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
Excuse me,
yeah.
Can I say
Yeah.
something? I feel like you guys are like, I am younger than you all,
Mhm.
Really? You
and
sure?
yes, I am. I don't get it.
It's time for him to exit.
No. I'm trying to. No. I'm trying to. No. I'm trying to tell you that obviously I am naive to an extent.
Nah, I disagree.
No, like I'm being honest. I am
Make your
young.
point, make your point.
I haven't
Okay.
like
Make your
experienced a lot in life, but from my own perspective, I think it's not wrong for a man to express himself. Because that's the world. The world has made it seem like it is wrong for men to express
Quiet,
themselves,
quiet,
even
don't worry.
emotionally.
Oh,
Even
I get where you're
No,
coming from.
continue. Let him land.
so,
Then
Will
we
Smith put himself out
Yes.
there because there's social media. Social media is the new thing. You feel me? He put himself out there, and he also put his family out there. And you guys should not forget that this man is human. Do you understand? No, it's true. Like, think about
no,
it.
he's human. That's fine.
It's
Continue.
human. Like, he
Continue.
makes mistakes and he makes
I don't
decisions.
think he's human.
Wow. On the show,
Okay.
because whatever, I can repeat them anyway.
Okay,
Maybe YouTube are catching it, so if you see it twice. Let me tell you something. First of all, they agreed to have an open marriage. That's one thing. It's not that she was doing it. It's like they agreed. He wanted to get into whatever polyamorous thing with Halle Berry and some other person, whatever. But then they just didn't quite pan out.
But they didn't
all right?
confirm that. That was
Now-
still a rumor.
Now, here's the thing. No, it's right there on Wikipedia. You just
And
go and check
guys,
that up if you want to.
That
We're
he
back
had an
in.
affair
Now-
with Halle Berry.
He wanted to.
And we're in studio.
Right.
Okay, here we are. It is gone past 8:34 actually, and we've got more for you inside the grapevine. So we've been having a very interesting and not at all violent conversation off air. You can go up on youtube.com/smooth981 FM Lagos to go and check it out. You can catch the replay after the show, actually. So, back to where we were. Now, we had to take a very quick break before we, just to collect ourselves and talk about Will Smith and Chris Rock because everybody has a different opinion. Yeah. So, first of all, let's start off with today because I think today you were trying to make your point and
Yeah.
people were jumping in at all sorts of
So
spaces.
my point is that there's
Uh-huh.
nothing wrong with a man defending his woman. Comedians go out of line sometimes, for sure. Like yes, you'll say like Will Smith is being fake, but still, it's still my opinion. Considering the fact that this man put himself out there, vulnerability is actually a strength, not a weakness. He made himself vulnerable to the world because the world wanted to see more than just Fresh Prince, and he put himself out there. He even put his whole family out there.
Who sent him? Who asked him?
Nobody asked him to.
What do we need it for? How does it impact world peace?
Okay,
You know,
facts.
today,
How
make your
how,
point. Make
how
your
he
point.
how does he impact world peace? He's preaching positivity
And
every
he's slapping
time.
people around.
Oh,
Nah,
yeah,
he
thank
did that
you,
once.
Rebel.
He did that once.
Because
You
he
know
didn't get,
what?
Because he didn't get to play tennis in
Here-
Tobacco, so now
So
he's
here's
really
what
trying
I'm
to
going
whatever.
to say.
And I was to keep smacking people. like,
No,
you know,
here's
But-
what I'm gonna say to that today because he's putting positivity out there. Guess what? It takes a heck of a long time to build something up, and it
Yes.
only takes one moment to destroy things.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And Will Smith, by the way, took his moment with that slap. Just went,
Yeah.
yeah, I had to put that on air,
But
and
do
then
we-
went on to party, went on to go and collect his award. By
Mm-hmm.
the way, an award that a lot of people were rooting for him to get, only for him to now collect it and start crying and telling people, "Oh, I'm not going to."
Can I say something?
He apologized
Can I
to
say-
everybody
so-
except the
We don't want me to
victim.
talk
Sorry,
Okay, okay,
I need us to backtrack on this right now.
Yeah.
Right? Now, here's the thing, and this is something I tweeted just yesterday, I believe. When a comedian is in the room, everybody, including the comedian himself, is a target of any
Yes.
joke. Now, here you have a situation whereby the person in question is also a comedian too.
Yes.
All
Can I
right.
say something?
No, hang on, please. Let's hang
He's
on,
also
please.
a comedian.
Now,
He's not.
let us also remember
Um,
something here.
He is.
He
Sorry,
doesn't
he
do
is.
stand-up.
He is.
He's a
He's
comedian.
been a
He is.
comedian for several years. Like
But
you
he doesn't-
said,
he doesn't do
you
stand-up.
said He's
He's a
done
comedian.
stand up several times.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Hold
yeah.
on.
And that's on his resume.
All right. Now,
Gentlemen,
let me-
we need
let
to
me
speak
land,
one
please.
at a time
Okay, so
because
Okay.
yeah,
the noise
so-
level is now chaotic,
Alright.
not smooth.
So here's the thing, all right? This guy actually laughed when that joke was said. The video is very evident there. And then when he saw Jada just roll her eyes, that's when he now hops onto the stage. And no matter what the situation is, yes, he had made jokes about Chris Rock had made jokes about Jada in the past, but that's what the situation is. Everybody is a potential target of everything. Nothing meant to be taken personal. So Will Smith to debase himself. It would have even been better if Will Smith did not win the award and he slapped him or whatever. But when you are now ruining your moment, all of these years people have been rooting for Will Smith. I
have.
was not rooting for him to win because I thought they were better performances. And Will knows the strategy: play a real life character, get Academy Award nominated. That's it. Sit down and don't
And
do
by the
anything
way, can I
else.
say,
All right?
I had been
So-
rooting for him to win, and it was based off of all the goodwill that he had built up over the years. We
But
were just like,
suddenly-
he's turned in a good enough performance this time. Let's have him win something.
Yeah, and the thing was that you had a situation where when the slap happened, a lot of people were like, is it real? Is it not real? But then the moment, even I was like, was this staged or whatever? But I now saw the moment Will started swearing. This is Will who cannot swear in any of his rap lyrics.
Facts.
Is actually swearing at this point in time. Like, no, this is actually a real thing that's going on right now. And I'm like, you totally ruined the moment for everybody here, including yourself, because your legacy now is going to be that that's what you did at the Academy Awards. Your legacy in your speech when you can't even apologize to Chris Rock himself until like the day afterwards, that now goes down in your record as your legacy. The Academy Awards, if they want to, can be like, you know what, we're not sure you're gonna be back here for another award. We're not sure we're gonna put you here. They wanted to actually evict him, but the time had already passed, and they called him on stage for his award. So that's where things come into being. It's like you send the wrong message, especially when people want to be looking at how black people together cannot work together or whatever kind of thing. That's kind of the message you're saying to ignorant people all right, in
Yeah.
that as well. And so it's just really hard for me to understand how a comedian gets up, laughs at a comedian's joke and then gets up to go and slap somebody about that situation there. Now, don't get me wrong. I myself did not know that Jada was going through alopecia. I just thought that she was shaving her head because of some fashion style thing. Remember, she had a moment where we were not sure whether she was, wearing the hijab, always wearing the scarf here or there. There a lot of speculation by people as to what it was going on and whatnot. And I just thought fashion statement, and whatnot. Now, alopecia is not something that is like some people are trying to make it seem like it's some sort of life-threatening kind of thing or whatever. It really is not.
It's
I,
not.
I am going through it myself. You think this? I mean, the front of my head is the main reason why this thing is shaved so that it can shine bright like a diamond all of the time. All right. And do you see me making any big deal about it? I'm rocking this thing here. All right? I am the one known as Hampton fan guy on this platform. Yo, so I don't really know what the situation
While
is there.
forgetting something.
Please.
Will did issue an apology, which meant that he's aware that he was in the wrong. So I feel like there's so many people who are like trying to defend Will's actions because of their love, their crush on Will. They all want to be like, some have been dissing Jada. Like, I forget about Jada as Will Smith I'm trying to talk about here. You all trying to be Mrs. Smith by fire by force. The marriage is open, no. You can continue to try if you want to. That is what the situation is. But I feel like Will Smith is dealing with a backlog of psychological issues from August and whatnot, and everything that's been put forward in the red tape, and that is what came forward on that particular day.
By the way, how much do I love that Dave Chappelle was now trending? Because everybody was like, if this had happened to Dave Chappelle, they would have carried him out of that
if
place.
This happened to The Rock. In fact, it can't even happen to The Rock. I mean, you get The Rock bottom immediately.
Straight away.
You get my point. I mean, let's call out nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not a social media thing.
You know.
Before there was social media, the Academy Award was a live
Can I-
broadcast thing that was going on
Yeah.
every time.
He
So
was
that
wrong,
was what the
1000%.
situation here.
I want to ask you a
That was
question.
blatant
I want to
assault.
ask you a question.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question. He assaulted the man, no
Yes.
doubt.
Yeah.
It might sound like a personal question, but I hope you guys don't get
Go ahead.
offended by it. You have your woman with you.
Yeah.
You're in a space where you guys are chilling,
Mhm.
and your man is making a joke
Mhm.
about your woman's. Maybe she has the alopecia.
Yeah.
Too. First of all, let's not forget that it's understandable for men to get bored.
Yeah.
It's allowed. But if a woman loses her edges,
Uh-huh.
they know they take them like.
So what?
But I'm not done with.
Your
Sorry.
pizza ball is
Sorry.
a fantastic.
Okay. No, go ahead.
No. Like shaving your head is nice. It's
Yeah.
cool.
That
Like
ball is
that.
fantastic.
No,
But your
it's
question-
fantastic.
And
for
Jada
sure.
rocks it on Instagram all the time.
Yeah, but what if she's insecure about it? What if she has spoken to her husband about this situation that she's not, and he's
Today-
the one that
I'm,
actually.
Will
Today-
Smith
I'm
laughed.
sorry.
No. Gentlemen, do you want me to stand up? Is this
Okay.
how we want Shockman
I'm
to
sorry.
be? Because there are many faces of Shockman Martin.
Please.
Let's not do this,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
You want the smiling face of Shockman Martin?
Yes, we do.
Let's not do this.
Okay.
All right. Now, as I was about to say on my show, thank you very much.
Let us
I'm
know.
going to take it to the messages because you all have something to say
Okay.
about what Tayo says. I know you guys are shaking your heads at me, but whatever. Tayo from Aja says, Will Smith Bianca Chris Rock before clenching his award.
Wow.
Talk about achievements, but seriously though, we had to bring Bianca into this thing. Says, I guess we now know the power of will, but would it be effective if Chris was a woman? And that was a question a lot of people were asking, right? What if he were white? What if he were? Because I feel like there was also an issue of familiarity in this business. What was that about? He also says, I hope Chris Rock also apologized to Jada as well. And I didn't know alopecia was a situation. Will Smith, thank you for that slap because it has taught me. Emo from Ikeja says, guess what? A pocket of people have started saying, there go the black people again. This, in my opinion, is the biggest discourse. And once again, black influencers have messed it up for us. Whilst Emeka from Amuo says, Will Smith's action was totally inexcusable. Imagine if he were a 10-year-old in school and he smacked a fellow student because of a joke, he would be expelled. A footballer would get a straight red card if he did that on a pitch. So why on earth should Will Smith be exempted? And besides, Will laughed initially at the joke. So I feel like he felt, if I don't lose this guy, my wife won't be happy. And today I see you saying some stuff, but no, at this point in this show, I'm just gonna have to take back control and tell you we do not condone violence. I don't care who you have to defend. No, I don't care who you have to defend. You don't go around sucking people in the face.
For sure.
You don't do that.
sure,
I
yeah.
don't care. First of all, I thought this assault that people keep going, there was also verbal assault. No, because guess what? Assault needs to be intentional. Chris Rock, first of all, you already know that these people are very friendly.
Yes.
If it was something that he was saying out of mean-spirited approach, yes, it could have been what's the word I'm looking for? Chef Jeffrey Harper, help me. If it was like misplaced, misguided, maybe he didn't even know about the alopecia. Ooh, is he stalking Jada Pinkett Smith's Instagram account?
I
What
mean,
is he
Jada
doing? Is
was
he
his
watching all of
co-star in
her?
Madagascar, the cartoon.
Yeah,
Co-star.
this guy has lots of goodwill towards them. So he said something. And by the way, the person who he was talking about, all she did was roll her eyes. Did you see her storming the stage?
Nope.
I'm sorry, violence is never an option. I
No.
don't care.
That was not an excuse.
And then, it's not an excuse.
Yeah.
It's not even at this point a mitigating factor. Because what that Will Smith did, and I'm so annoyed with him, it's like I want to cry on air at this point, people. But what Will Smith did has really just disabled, disrupted, and destroyed decades of
Yes.
the goodwill
Oh,
that he
yes.
built
Yes.
up with
Yes.
me and with a lot of other
Yes.
people.
Yes.
And yes, and you know
Yes.
what? You don't want to be saying that because yes, black culture. People are always saying, "Oh, I don't want to be representative of black people." But guess what? That is the world you are living in, especially in America, where they are looking for the next black person to just make sure that they take the black
Pull down.
Americans out of the running.
Yeah.
And Will Smith went and did this
Yeah.
to somebody he's friendly with.
Yeah.
What is that?
On the day that he was even supposed to be crowned King Willie. Do you get my point? So I mean,
Exactly.
it was just so misplaced. I don't understand what was going through his mind, what was going through his head.
And that speech.
And you-
that speech,
That
I don't
speech
even
was
know.
horrible.
That speech
And
was-
Arabelle,
was.
you know what is more irritating to me? So many historic moments at this Oscars.
Yes.
And this will be
Coda
one of them.
won Best
Coda.
Picture.
I mean, with
Jane
actors that were
Campion
always
won.
forgotten.
Yeah.
Will Smith, even Will Smith, he
Smith
took
finally
away
took away an
from
Oscar.
Will Smith's victory.
That's
Will
it.
Smith took away from his victory.
Mhm.
And he took away from a lot of other people's victory because I'm so annoyed right now that of all the things that happened at this night, this is what we've had to spend the whole of Grapevine talking about.
And the
because
jokes
now,
are all over
Like,
the
the
place.
show
Can I
is-
say something?
Someone said-
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so like, I understand where you guys are coming from. Violence is not an option to react to whatever it is you're going through. You understand? But at the same time, man, like, you hate this statement, but it's true.
What?
People are human. Nah, no, wait.
okay,
Like,
you know what? People are human. So
and
guess what? That's why
you
we
didn't
have
know.
the law.
That's
Is why we have the law. So you want to
It
come and
was
take and
wrong.
make an
It
assault on
was
someone?
wrong.
Let's
Nah,
go by
it
the
was
law.
wrong. It
Because
was
if,
wrong.
It's just like
He
saying-
was wrong,
it's just like
but you
saying
cannot, you
Pisces
cannot,
or
you can, nah,
Capricorn
no.
to
That's different. No,
accommodate
what I'm
in
trying to
rubbish.
say.
Today,
No, I'm not
please,
saying we should
we
accommodate.
need to
Can I
do
say?
We
one
need
at
to-
a time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Can I say
forward.
something?
Very quickly.
Yeah, I was saying. So like, what I'm trying to say is that basically, like, when he did that, is the spur of the moment. Like, if you're angry about something, really angry that touches you, you're going to spaz. Sometimes if you cannot control it. This man has gone through memes.
He laughed.
He has gone through memes. He did not laugh
Today
at
he
the initial joke about
Yes.
alopecia.
Gentlemen, we've come to the end of the Grapevine.
I took my breath.
Like at this point, nobody could say anything.
I love Will Smith.
I don't even know.
You know
I
what?
mean, I'm glad he has his escalators.
Yeah.
On Twitter, I will cover the rest of the Academy Awards. You
Please.
can follow me for my comments over there. so that we
Please
can
tell
move
them how to
forward.
follow you because
Yes, you can find me at ShipJet3000, Twitter, Instagram, and you will find me here on the Grapevine on Smooth 88.1, same time next week. Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
I mean, guys, you can follow me on Instagram at Rabo100. I'll be talking about it on my show, Movie Roadshow. So you guys stay tuned.
yes, okay. Looking forward to that. Today, where can we find you?
My name is Olatide Wright, OLATIDWRIGHT. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as well. I will not be talking about Will Smith. But-
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm
yeah.
done talking about Will Smith today and any other day at this point. Unless something new happens, then we have to cover it on the Grapevine. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. And for that, you make sure you. Thank you so much for sending in all your messages. And Chidozie says, no matter how long people talk about the slap, I still think it's a stunt. Even the Oscars needed that attention. Yeah, 56%
Yeah.
jump.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, wow, that's all we're gonna say. So on that note, we end the show. Coming up, Lagos, you will be talking at 9:00. Today, that's the first you
We
really
watched
done
the
something
video.
about
We
this thing.
watched the
That is
video.
the first time I've decided to start yelling on air.
I'm sorry.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
because of you.
You need
It
to
was
rewatch
because
the
of you.
video.
What kind of
Yeah, I
the
did.
guy was laughing.
He was
One
laughing.
eye roll from his wife. You don't